What is the difference between a project manager and a Scrum Master? Second question we're going to answer for today. How would you negotiate your salary as a Scrum Master, most especially in this very competitive market? The third question we're going to answer today. What should you be doing right now to make sure that you are taking advantage of this peak period, which is the end of the year? A lot of companies are closing up their project and they're hiring to catch up with time. Many companies are hiring to prepare for next year. So how can you put yourself in a spotlight? All right. Welcome to the Scrum Chat Room with Dr. Francis Mbunya. It's midweek. I'm super excited to have you here. Let's go straight to answer all our three questions for today. And hopefully this is going to benefit you a great deal. Now, let's look at the difference between a project manager and a Scrum Master. And should you be accepting interview as a project manager? And should you not be accepting interview as a project manager? All right. Now, when we talk about project manager and we talk about Scrum Master, it's the same as someone is going to ask you, can you tell me the difference between traditional project management and agile project management? Now, in traditional project management, we look at different phases where we look at planning, right? We plan every project, we plan every part of the project to the end. And then after we plan and we all sign the plan, we start executing. When we start executing, then we start evaluating, monitoring and evaluation, and then we close the project, right? So with project management, or your role as a project manager is to be able to oversee the entire project from start to end. So you are engaged in every part of the budget, from the resources to the budget, to looking at what changes do we need to make in the project? What are the change requests that we need to bring in? What are the procedure to adopt a change into a project? So as a project manager, you're looking at that. So as a project manager, you also need to really have a very good understanding of project budgeting. How do we allocate budget into project? How do we manage resources around project? What do we do in order to squeeze the project time, across the project time, if we are running late on time, or we're running late to deliver, right? Now, with a Scrum Master, we're looking at agile project delivery. As a Scrum Master, you're not really engaged in the budgeting part of the project. You're more engaged in the facilitation. So a Scrum Master, the management power is taken from you. So that's why as a Scrum Master, you work more as a coach, as a teacher, as a facilitator. You are looking, you're examining, or you're putting your skills as a coach in place to look at how you can help management effectively implement. So as an agile project coach or as a scrum master, you focus more on the well-being of your team. How can you help this team deliver maximum performance? Now, the reason why the management aspect is taken away from the scrum master point of view is because they don't want you to be limited by saying, oh, we don't have the enough budget or we don't have resources. They want you to have an open mind and to be able to effectively advise management on possible way that we can improve on a team. Which is why one of the aspects you pay attention to as a Scrum Master is how you support leadership in decision making. And how do you support leadership in decision making? By making sure that you are leveraging feedback. Feedback are the report that we generate at the end of every iteration or at the end of every sprint to be able to inform management on what are some of the major concerns that is helping us to move ahead as a team. How can we enforce that? Or what are some of the major drawbacks that is keeping us back from not delivering well as a team? And how can we enhance that? So project management, We're looking at the entire project. You're engaged in budgeting, you're engaged in change requests, you're engaged in allocating resources. So you're engaged in also, you have the right to kick people out of the team, to hire and to dismiss, right? Now with Scrum Master, you don't have that right. You only facilitate, right? You want to help to be, you're not managing people, you're coaching people, right? You're more like a team player. All right. That's why sometimes when you have a PO who has a management background in your team, sometimes it might be, with all due respect, sometimes it might be really difficult to collaborate with them because they look at aspect from the management point of view. What does management say? We need to do the right thing. This is the right thing to do. It must be done according to policy. What does a coach say? What are possibility? What value is it adding? A coach is not like, no, it has to go this way. The coach try to reason with the team and look at how it's going to add value to business. Okay, now the second part of the question is, should you be accepting interview as a project manager or project manager / Scrum Master, and how do you negotiate your salary? Now, if you've had some poor experience, if you had some prior experience as a project manager, or if you're taking some time to understand what project management is all about and how the role differs from a Scrum Master role, you can effectively go through a project manager / Scrum Master interview and you succeed. Right. Now, the difference is that you kind of have a bit more to do beyond the role of a Scrum Master if you accept an option that is project manager / Scrum Master. But in a nutshell, it's you can do it. If you can perform the role of a Scrum Master, then you can do it. Also, in most of the cases, project managers do not really deal so much with detailed budgeting, especially in large organizations where things are planned at a higher level and only kind of broken down and assigned to different managers to be able to run that. You might not really have so much in place. Also, many organizations already have their their budget management system, which you just need to put in the numbers based on the resources that are allocated to your team. So this might not really be a big issue for you to kind of really worry about, right? Okay, now let's go to the salary negotiation. How will you negotiate your salary as a Scrum Master? I know when you're receiving those calls, like, oh, how much are you expecting? What is your expectation? Okay, the first thing you want to do, every Scrum Master, don't be desperate. A lot of us are getting desperate, and then they're pushing the market down, and you're leaving the money on the hands of the recruiter. Now, they might call someone for a position, and that person say, okay, look, based on the market rate, I'm taking 70. Now they call another person, the other person accept 40. What are they going to do? Try as much as possible to start building that position down. You don't want to do that. Now, for every negotiation, look at the market range. What is the market range for this position? Look at the company. How much is the company paying? All of those data are online. That help you to be able to bargain effectively. If not, now, this is how a contract role works, right? Kind of just opening to you how the contract role works. Now, if I'm a recruiter and I have a close relationship with Bank of America and I'm recruiting for them, and negotiate, okay, Bank of America, this role, you're going to pay me $90 on W-2 for this role. I have a candidate for you. America say, okay, get me a candidate, we're ready to interview. Now I present my candidate to Bank of America. That's how we get you signed right to represent. And I negotiate $50 per hour with you. Now, if you get accepted to work with Bank of America, I am the one paying you, right? As a recruiter, my agency is the one paying you. How much am I making? For every hour that you're working, I'm making how much? $40 because I negotiated for that position $90. Now, is it a problem? No. But what am I trying to say here? Now you should put in your work, your own part of the work in knowing what is your what and not underselling your what. If you can do that, you realize that your value become really, really high, right? For if they're taking a position of 90, you should be able to negotiate above 70, right? So sometimes you want to be able to put them. Don't just accept, oh, we can only give 50. Why are you giving 50? I have 5 years of work experience. And based on the market rate and based on this company, it should be 70. So why are they giving 50? So sometimes if they understand that you know exactly the value, they're willing to go up. So don't just get into the market. And this is the reason why I tell every Scrum Master that is out there looking for a job, invest in yourself, get a coach. You cannot be going in for a six-figure job and you say, oh, $2,000 is too much for me to pay to get a coach to help me to do the right thing. Then you're not serious. And this is the reason why a lot, when I say a lot of people are going in now, and in less than no time, they're kicking them out. Why are they kicking them out? Because they are not investing that time in studying. Now, in my team, I said, look, give yourself an average of 60 days. We design a program for you for 60 days. The first phase of the program is self-onboarding. You need to learn about all the different events. You need to create a Jira board. You need to be able to load all projects into the Jira board. You need to be able to facilitate. You need to be able to pass all our 3 levels of interviews. You need to be able to sit on a hot seat with a panel and get interviewed before you start interviewing. With that, there is definitely no challenge that you wouldn't expect you will get in a job and you will not be able to crush it. So make sure you prepare yourself. When you prepare yourself, what's happening? You are eliminating failure. And also, you know exactly how to present yourself out there. Very important. You need to build that confidence. That confidence is what helps you to negotiate. And when you negotiate on a salary, always give a range. Don't always give a fixed number. All right. One of your strengths can be, okay, in my current role, I am making $65 an hour. So I'm looking for something between 70 and 90, right? Give them a range. Don't just give a fixed number. So that's how you negotiate. Okay, perfect. Now, I think the last question I want to answer today is, it's a peak period. There's a lot of interview going on. What can you do to put yourself in the spotlight? Now, a lot of you have resumes you cannot defend. That's a very big disadvantage for you. But it doesn't mean that you cannot defend it. It's just because you have not been able to put yourself in an environment that train you exactly and make you understand what it takes for you to break through. So you want to be able to get in a competitive environment, not an environment where we'll come, we'll do question and answer, and then we'll look at how to answer that. Not in an environment where you've been other people are encouraged to go take interview for you. No, you won't survive. Trust me. Trust me. This is end of year and start of the year. They expect people to be in high performance. You want to be in an environment where they're pushing you, showing you exactly what you need. I always tell people that, look, it's going to be much better. You input 4 months to learn what you need to learn than to rush in 2 weeks, go in there, you're excited that you have an offer, and then you're giving up that offer within a month because you did not prepare where to get there. It doesn't help you in any way. So make sure that you're doing what it takes, you're learning what you need to learn in order to go in, crush that position, and get promoted. And most importantly, now this for those who are already in this space. When they get in the space, they are so much comfortable, they don't have time to learn. And these are people that are getting 2, 3, 4 jobs. I don't say it's a bad idea, but are you creating the space to learn in order to reflect what is in there? If not, it's too dangerous for you, right? It's one of the things I'm going to tell you exactly the way it is. The same for those who have been calling me to get in my group. I tell you the truth, right? I'm not interested in having a lot of people, right, that doesn't understand the value of what they want to get into. We're more focused on creating value. We're more focused on helping you do exactly what you do. And that's why most of my team member in my group, when they get a job, they can start coaching other people. They are able to help their organization because they understand exactly what needs to be done. So that's when is it. If you want to join our community, send me a text. We definitely would not pamper you. You go through the process and do the right thing. Obviously, you'll be on the spotlight. If you're interested in being in having safe certification. We have an access certification. That's going to be Monday. I think it's going to be 17th of October. Join us. And then it's always a great experience. We try to make every of our training an outstanding. If you were in a previous training, you come now, there's so much innovation that's going up every session. Why? Because Agile is all about continuous learning. It's about improving. Okay. Do have a great rest of your week, and then I'll see you in the next video.